Hello everyone. In the last class, that is in the online class, we have discussed one of the line clipping algorithm, that is the Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm to clip line segments. Now we are going to discuss one more line clipping algorithm. It is known as Liang-Barsky line clipping algorithm. Depending on the way we are going to express the line segment, we can use one of the algorithm to perform clipping of line segments. Now, to understand that, we in this algorithm we are representing endpoints of a line segment or the vertices of a line segment as P1 and P2. We'll call first vertex of a line segment as P1 and the second vertex of a line segment as P2, and will represent P1 as x1, y1 transpose and P2 has x2, y2 transpose, where x1 and y1 are the x and y coordinates of first vertex of a line segment, x2 and y2 are x and y coordinates of second vertex of a line segment. Then, by using this representation of P1 and P2, we can represent the line segment as two forms. One is representing the line segment as matrix form, where it can be written as P of alpha equal to 1 minus alpha into P1 plus alpha into P2. This is representation of line segment in matrix form. In the same way, it is also possible to represent the line segment as two scalar equations, where the two scalar equations can be written as x of alpha equal to 1 minus alpha into x1 plus alpha into x2, and the other scalar equation is y of alpha equal to 1 minus alpha into y1 plus alpha into y2. These are the two representations of a line segment we can use in this line clipping algorithm, that is Liang-Barsky line clipping algorithm. Then in the equation we had come across a symbol known as alpha, where the alpha value ranges from 0 to 1. Then where exactly alpha value will be 0 or 1 is, consider a line segment where the first vertex is written as P1 and the second vertex is written as P2. Then at first vertex P1 the alpha value will be 0, and at the second vertex of a line segment, that is at P2, the alpha value will be 1. When the alpha value is negative, then we'll move towards left side of the P1, and when the alpha value is greater than 1, then we'll move towards right side of P2, that is towards the other side of P2. Then to understand Liang-Barsky line clipping algorithm, we'll consider a line segment over here, and the rectangle what we are able to observe, we'll consider that as a output window. Now we are observing diagram A. In a diagram A, we have a line segment and we have a rectangle, where the rectangle is assumed as output window. Now we need to clip the line segment against the output window. We already know what is nothing but clipping of a line segment, that is removing the part of a line segment which is not visible to a user, that is the line segment which is going outside the output window. That part we need to remove, that is known as clipping. Now in this algorithm, whenever we want to perform clipping of any line segment, initially we need to find 4 intersection points. Those are known as alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha 4. But here, instead of writing them as alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4, in the diagram they are given as A1, A2, A3 and A4. So the first intersection point we need to calculate is the intersection point of a line segment with respect to y minimum value of your output window. Among 4 intersection points we are supposed to calculate, we need to find the first intersection point, that is alpha 1. Alpha 1 is nothing but the intersection point of a line segment with respect to y minimum value of output window. We'll call always as alpha 1. Then alpha 2 is nothing but intersection of a line segment with respect to the x minimum value of output window, that is alpha 2. Then alpha 3 is nothing but intersection of a line segment with y maximum value of an output window. Similarly, the last one, alpha 4, is nothing but intersection of a line segment with respect to x maximum value of output window. Always the alpha 1 is with respect to y minimum, alpha 2 is with respect to x minimum, alpha 3 is with respect to y maximum and alpha 4 is with respect to x maximum. This is the order of calculation of alpha values at the intersection points. Now once we calculate all the intersection points, these intersection points need to obey a condition. Then what is that condition is? The condition is 1 greater than alpha 4 greater than alpha 3 greater than alpha 2 greater than alpha 1 greater than 0. If all the 4 intersection points if they obey this condition, then the algorithm says the line segment between alpha 3 and alpha 2 need to be retained and the remaining line segment need to be removed. That means the remaining line segment will not be visible to a user. Now what does it mean? When we arrange these alpha values in an order that is like 1 less than alpha 4 1 greater than alpha 4 greater than alpha 3 greater than alpha 2 greater than alpha 1 greater than 0, if these intersection values obey that condition, then the algorithm says the line segment between alpha 2 and alpha 3, now you can observe in the diagram, the line segment between alpha 2 and alpha 3 need to be retained because it is inside the output window, and the remaining line segment need to be clipped off. That means it should be removed because it is not visible to the user. That is the first case of this algorithm. Here in this algorithm they'll discuss only 2 cases. Now we have completed the first case. Now to understand second case, we'll consider one more line segment, that is diagram B. In diagram B, here also we are considering a line segment, and the rectangle what we are observe is a output window. So when we start with line clipping in Lian-Barsky algorithm, the first thing we need to perform is calculation of an intersection points. Again we need to calculate 4 intersection point. The first intersection point alpha 1 is with respect to y minimum value of an output window. So we'll call that as alpha 1. Then the second intersection point is alpha 2, where alpha 2 is always with respect to a x minimum value. Then again we are calculating alpha 3, it is with respect to y maximum value, and the last one is alpha 4, it is with respect to x maximum value. Now when you look at the ordering of alpha value, in a previous case we have calculated the intersection value in an order properly, but when we look at the diagram B, we have calculated alpha 1, but here in this case alpha 3 came before alpha 2. While calculation of an intersection, we have followed the order, but when we look at the intersection points, those intersection points are not in order. The order became alpha 1, alpha 3, alpha 2 and alpha 4. Now when we arrange them as a condition, then we'll get the condition as 1 greater than alpha 4 greater than alpha 2 greater than alpha 1 alpha 3 greater than alpha 1 greater than 0. That means this condition is not similar to a previous one. That is, in the case 2 we are not following the order as alpha 4 alpha 3 alpha 2 alpha 1. The order has changed. If we get this order, then the algorithm says we need to completely remove the line segment because even small part of a line segment is not visible to a user. You can observe that in a diagram. The complete line segment is outside the output window, so we are supposed to remove that. To identify that, we have calculated 4 intersection points, and when we represent it as a condition, then we came to know that even small part of a line segment is not visible to user. Then when we compare Cohen-Sutherland algorithm and a Lian-Barsky line clipping algorithm, in Lian-Barsky line clipping algorithm, number of intersection points need to be calculated will be minimized. That is, when we start with line clipping, we'll calculate 4 intersection points. After calculation of 4 intersection point, we are not going to calculate any other intersections. So number of intersection calculation will be minimized. Then what are the advantages of Lian-Barsky line clipping algorithm? The first advantage is it can be easily extended to 3-dimensional system. That is the first advantage. Second advantage is once we calculate 4 intersection points, it is not required to apply the same algorithm recursively. But in a Cohen-Sutherland algorithm, we were applying the same algorithm repeatedly. That is, we were recursively calculating the outcode until the outcode become 0. But now here it is not the case. That is second advantage.